Howdy water people, I am doing a reading today for Halloween and the full moon in 2020. It's been a big year and they're falling together, our little witchy full moon today. So I thought I would do a special read. I've already done the November ones if you're interested. So I've been reading the tarot for 25 years, the Greenwood Tarot very specifically. It is Celtic, however you want to say it, Celtic of background, and it's sort of really root elemental, so it's our respecting our ancestors, and it really is sort of pagan and druid in its origin and all its sort of signs and symbols. So I've been working with that for 25 years. So I've collected a few decks this year, a lot of decks. I was given a lot. I have a competition. What's in the box? How many decks do I have in the box? So if you want to have a guess, we can, I will send you a whimsical bitch oracle if you actually, if you guess. So that's running until somebody guesses it. I also have got a few decks that I've collected from from like Lucy Cavendish, which are a very pagan, Wiccan, Fae decks, and they really connect with mine as well. It's because it's really old kingdom stuff. So if you are after a personal reading, they're like a consultation. I'm calling them hot tea. It's like sipping hot tea with your higher consciousness. So they're really like a counseling session, and they will go through the things that we want to talk about and highlight. So if you're interested, please get in contact with me. I actually have a half price, $45, 45 Australian dollars for a full reading, and I can do it a couple of ways. I can send it to you, or we can video interact. It depends on what you would like. So they're out there. I'm doing that until like the 14th of November. I'm running that if you booked in before. So half price. So I'm going to pull out a few different cards from a few different decks first that are new to me and that I've been working with in the last few months this year. And then I'm going to do a Greenwood. I've got a 5-card spread that I've been working for this YouTube channel. Okay, so what have we got from the heart and soul? Jumping out. Oh, love it. Jumping out. So, all is possible when your heartfelt vision is in alignment with your values. Believe your dream, love it, breathe it. Let it be your thoughts, but it also must take action but you also must take action. Work towards it a little each day until it becomes your primary action. Your dreams are first envisioned and then they must be built. You will succeed if you work at it all. All right, so that's congruence. That's living inside of your truth a little bit every day. When I first started this and Jack's Treehouse, I started this page a year ago. I knew that it's steps. With all these videos, I know it's steps. I started off, I say so a lot in real life, but I know that it's steps. So it's each day I'm trying to make an action, and each action, and with Jack's Treehouse as well. So I built that, and I knew that each day I needed to make an action on it to make it real. JacksTreehouse.com. It's got all my photos and my journey on it, and my stories inside of it. I'm building a page for the Miss Melly Flow Vide Life stuff. So anyway, this is sort of saying it's possible with a heartfelt vision when you align your values. Congruence. Be congruent to you. All right, you don't have to have other people's dreams. You don't have to be a superstar. You don't have to be famous. All right, if that's what you want, take steps and take actions to be congruent to you. It'll come if you build it. The first thing, it'll build it if you build it. Build it. A bit of work. All right, water peeps. What have I got next? I have, this is the Blessed Bee deck by Lucy Cavendish. I really like her stuff. It really vibes. I really got an Old Kingdom decks that I really like from her. This has been a really growth journey in finding and getting these decks, thanks to my water peeps out there that might contribute. I got some blessed friends. And so, this is from her Blessed Bee deck, a blessing for solace and hope. And look at her, she's the Empress. And this is the solace and the hope inside of our hearts, and that we can find harmony, that we can find peace inside of ourselves. So this is, you know, really a blessing for a moment inside of our pilgrimage, and for, you know, for hope, for taking that light, for taking that hope, for solace and hope in your journey. Blessed be. All right, so the next one I have is, this is the spellcasting oracle that I've got. Big W actually sell them here in Australia if you're looking. You can actually pick them up. There's a few that have jumped out, but I'm going for the top two that just jumped out. So we have forgiveness and letting go. And look at that wonderful waterfall. This is saying, you know, you have happiness, you have it all, you can bathe inside of that. This is a very grounding energy for me, this waterfalls. JacksTreehouse.com got a waterfall like article because I really love it. I really find that place just there, right there, where I find forgiveness, I guess, where I find transformation, where I find healing. And so this is a real spot for you to let go of, keep the wisdom, let go of the sting. Let go of the sting. Like heal. That's a real healing, beautiful place, emotionally. And then we have transformation. Look at that. Look at that. Your transformation. This blessing of solace and hope and forgiveness. Beautiful transformation. Alright. You can make it all happen. What a peeps. You can. One step at a time. One step at a time. Each day. Put a little bit to where you want to go inside of you. Okay, so this is a 5-line reading. Alright, so what it does is it leads to, from where we come, 5 lines, so 5 cards for where we are, and it leads to self-love, the last card. And so this is a journey through with the healing elements and how we apply it and our partnerships and how we feel. So, and again, this is for the full moon. I'm actually doing it inside of a storm on the full moon of Halloween. So, water peeps, here we are. It is raining here in Sydney. Okay. 5 cards for how we got here. Whoa, keep going. That one, respect. Respect thyself. I'm going to turn it down so you can see what's going on the table. Okay, this is about respecting yourself. So respect is a man with a very big stick. This is about drawing boundaries. This is about standing up for the things that you believe in, all these choices and your decisions of faith that you have made, one's being of faith, of your spirit. All right, so this is about respecting that, taking, like dancing inside of that, knowing that you're not nervous about that. This is taking the fire, this is taking the flame and respecting yourself. So we have this circle, and who's inside of that circle, and that line, that boundary that we draw, that's the circle that people stay within, or they would stay without, and that stick tells them you're going to respect yourself. So this is where you've come from. You're respecting yourself and you're respecting your path. All right. Next. Ooh. All right. So we've been fighting upstream emotionally. This is a knight. This is a knight of arrows. This is a knight of cups. This is emotionally going, fighting upstream and knowing that we have to battle and that we're looking for something. And this is our passion. This is driving us to. The knight is still out there passionately trying to attain things in his emotional hearts. Bless him. All right, so taking it on like this, but we're taking that with fulfillment. So there might have been somebody who's come into your life. That could be you. All right, so you could be this person who has been going upstream and trying to get there. Or this is a person that could be in your life. You may have found that you've got respect inside of this. Somebody who's shown you a little bit of passionate respect inside of there. All right, because this is about fulfillment. These 2 Kundalini snakes that fulfill us, that make this inside of our decisions. All right, so this is a fulfillment of our beliefs, fulfillments of what we believe we deserve, and passionately taking that on and taking and getting that fulfillment. All right, you're looking out to your decisions. All right, so 2 more cards for how we got here. Does that go down more? No. So I was fine-tuning balance in this. Let me just bring this over for a second. How much room on the table? How much room have I got with the cards? Alright, so 2 more. How we got here. Alright, this year is protecting our own. This is a moment that we stop. This is a breathing spot. So we go 1, 2, 3, breathe. Is what happens here. It happens in all of them. 1, 2, 3, breathe. There's a resting position in them all. And it's a healing protection where we protect our own. We protect our young. These are the 4 walls around us. So this is a moment that you've been protecting yourself, protecting your income, maybe protecting your job, protecting the 4 worlds around you, making yourself secure. And this is about taking the power. This is about taking the power and what you believe. What this respect. This is about taking that power inside of that. And really finding yourself and self-respect inside of there. All right, so the next, we can see them all, that's good. All right, so the next 4 cards are the healing elements. This is about being creative in your practical world. Go out there and dig into it, dig into the soil. Go out there and travel. Go out there and make your money. Go out there and be creative. Go and paint your body if you want to. paint a painting, sculpt something, be creative with your world. One step at a time, you can make that. Put this, and this is that one step at a time energy, being inspired to actually put it into the practical world. You can create that. That's what we were saying. It's all possible when your heartfelt vision is aligned with your values. Believe in your dream, love it, breathe it, let it fill your thoughts. But you also must take action. This is the action card in that. Work towards it a little each day until it becomes your primary action. Dreams are first envisioned, but then they must be built. You will succeed if you work at it. This is that card, that every step. All right, putting that little bit of emotion into it, that respect for that. All right. Okay. Woohoo. Jump on my lamb, I jump in. All right, this is disconnecting. This is getting rid of old beliefs. This is not going to be something that is going to be you. I'm going to take some time and make my decisions and do my clearance. This is like bang, lightning energy. Storm, hear my lungs. All right, this is lightning energy. So this is really gonna, this breaks off pieces, this breaks off limbs, this breaks off old beliefs, it gets rid of old things that you believed in. So what we're left with is the trunk, where the trunk of the solid tree, but this will earth itself out, and this is gonna be a time of change. It breaks away. This is for your fulfillment. All right, breaking away from old things. All right, and the two more. So there's been jealousy in the past. This is sort of getting to the heart of matter. This is conversations about getting to the heart of the matter. This is really having those hard conversations with people to find out and ask the hard questions of what's been going on around you, so that you're not disillusioned. So there's nothing, the two is, you're blindfolded. This here, you're not blindfolded. There's conversations to be had, and it's talking about that because we have the new emotions coming. All right, so what we have just here, this is new little emotions and messages of love. So there's a little twinkings of love in your life that you're really going to feel like, and you feel it coming back. So there could have been people, and there are people who might be jealous of your progress, that you are going to be dedicated to putting in here and getting a transformation. Forgive them. This is a time for your solace. This is a time for you to break away from all of this. Be creative with you, and you'll feel the messages of love. Put the love out there, and you will get it back. All right, there's little messages of love coming here. Maybe there's people that are jealous of that. Maybe. Jealous of your love. All right. So, so we now have this, but that's your healing element in here. This is talking about it. This is about talking about those things. Whatever the heart of the matter is. It's that third arrow that we talk about. All right. So the next is how we're going to apply this to the world. Really interesting. This is interesting. All right, water peeps, here we have. So this is mourning. This is letting go. This is actually respecting our rituals, respecting our emotions, acknowledging them before we move on from something. So this is usually a loss. This may be that it is something you are moving on from, and you have to acknowledge that. You have to acknowledge that there's an old life that I don't have anymore, and I respect that. I respect that I've stepped up to my power, that I've been looking for fulfillment, and it's blasted me away from those things. So you burn your incense, you do your rituals, you sage your house, you do the things that make you feel better. Because we go through the mourning from the past after something's happened, after we let go, after we acknowledge that there's a loss. Alright, but with that, this is boredom. So this is sort of just saying you're not necessarily, there's no drama llama in here. This is, again, the rest stop. 1, 2, 3, rest. Alright, so we get to rest our emotions in this. They're not bubbling over from this blasted oak and letting go, and the jealousy and the conversations that have been going on about how you protect yourself. This is, this one here is a bit like, you can rest inside of that. It's not bubbling over. It's no drama llama. That's what I always think about that boredom card. It's not a drama llama. It's our spirit taking a rest just there for a second. Alright. So this is another water card, water people. So here we are. We're in a transition. We're thinking about our ancestors. We're thinking about our past. We're thinking about who we were. And there's this moment of reflection. This is the hangman. So this moment of reflection is when we're in transition, and you can see the lady in the lake sort of thing with the heron. And this is the moon, like, being reflected. So this is looking at our past without the emotional attachment to it. This boredom, this morning, we're removing the emotional attachment to what we've let go of, you know, and able to go, this is how this affected me and this is how this built me. And, you know, we can take ownership of some of that from here, but there's a hanged position here where you're looking at it from a different angle. While you're going through this transition from one place to another. Okay, what are we going to do with partnerships? What are people? What do we got? What do we got? What peeps? Ooh, alright, so this can be an earth element man, or this is a very strong, practical, like, looking after my own. This is a person who's not afraid on the material realm to be a provider and a protector. Like, this is a person that is willing to discuss and talk. This actually can be an air sign. This can be a gem, like an air sign card. Like, that this can be like really taking on the communication, and somebody who's actually not afraid to have those conversations in real life about what's going on in the real practical world, stepping up. So this could be you stepping up inside of this, or and feeling that you're empowered inside of this, or this could be somebody else who is holding this position inside of your partnerships is real focus. But this is somebody who's stable and strong, who is actually there to help tend to that garden. All right, in our partnerships. So, one more for our partnerships, and then our self-love card. Alright, happy Halloween, however you celebrate, however it is. There's different traditions that all fall in the same spots, believe it or not. Alright, so this is a physical challenge. This is really getting out there. This is really talking about the practicalities of how to make the world, like how your world and how you're going to change that. So we go this creativity, and we go that one step back to take on that challenge every day. We take on that challenge, you know, so that we can do a little each day, so that we can get to that end goal. This is taking on that challenge, and there's some people in here that are going to help. There may be somebody who's going to help invest in that, or just helps create that stability. But you're going to feel that practical earth person. You're going to feel that pragmaticness of being able to set up a business if that's what you're looking at. All right, this is really move forward action. You've been through an emotional time, and there's been a breakaway inside of all of this. You've been looking at where your power is and respecting that. One more card. What's our self-love for this full moon? Well, what's this full moon, Halloween? Oh, beautiful. Okay, this is our seer. Look at it. Look at it closed in wisdom. This is really embracing, and if we're looking at this, this is a real balance of this real masculine energy, earthy, like real earth, and this is a real rebirth position of our heart. This is the emperor. This is the high priestess. She is really bathed in that blessing. And it's so funny because that's them together. And you know what? That's a high priestess. This is the high priestess. This is them together. So this is beautiful. This is a beautiful place where you recognize your blessing and your ancestors. This is a place where you can be inside of your love. It's exosteric. This is a really exponential, like taking on that challenge in the world here. People really looking for that fulfillment, because here, this is your fulfilled soul, really putting the seer out there and really bathing yourself in what you believe as on a very empowered female level just there. So we've got a real good balance of our masculine and feminine energies. There's been a real breakaway, but this here, you've got solace and hope and forgiveness and transformation. So a little bit of effort goes a long way, one step after the other. We take one step after the other for our passion, and that's the laws of attraction. So if you put it out there, it's going to come back. So I've found that all of these readings so far, all three, have been about passion and attraction, and really being and bathing inside of that, inside of our spirit, and really stepping and embracing that. It's about congruence. So I really hope that you like that, water peeps. This is Ever Evolving, my Miss Millie Foe's Vibe Life channel. I also have Hot Tea for the Soul on Facebook. If you've got friends that might be interested, please invite. I've nearly got 100 people in the group. I try to share my cards, share the love, and I really hope that you're having a wonderful witchy season out there. Blessed be.